Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. This is Russell Santos, the Realtor, on another weekly segment. Happy holidays. As you know, I'm not perfect. I am recording in my car. I'm currently on break, and just want to share my experiences with goals. As you know, maybe know that I love reading. I love learning something new every day, and with that knowledge comes with a lot of experience. My goal really is really to help people and sell properties and more consistent basis. And being that it has to do with a lot of sales goals, a lot of following up with clients via calling, a lot of email follow-ups. So it keeps me basically on a scheduled basis. That's why I have these weekly videos. Yes, so full disclosure, I do have a real estate coach, Ricky Caruth, and I have a YouTube real estate coach, Karen Carr. Both these people have really kept me accountable. Ricky helped keep me challenged on meeting new people and focusing on relationships over transactions, which is a big mindset to get over, especially in the sales business. And Karen Carr, she helped keep me on a consistent basis on committing to YouTube videos on a weekly basis, as you know. I like to provide value to my followers and new followers. If you find this, for example, creating a topic on goal settings, New Year's resolution, that's always a topic around the December time. I remember my goals. I was a bit overweight. Maybe to your standards, you're thinking, Russell, what are you talking about? You've always been fit. There was a time when I was a little bit overweight. I was uncomfortable with my body, and I didn't really have that confidence to really show myself off. And even going to the gym, I get that struggle, getting in there, starting that process. New year, new me, maybe a cliche to some people, but that does speak truth. New year can, in fact, create the new person, even the next day. Yesterday's philosophy isn't necessarily today's, but here we are. We always focus on the task at hand, and that always evolves. So being me going to the gym, I always had that goal of losing weight, and that was always a struggle for me. But eventually I started that whole time under tension creates better results. And as you know, the 2020 goals, we probably didn't have this all expected with this whole pandemic. We all gone through it. It's here. We're making changes. I was affected via work, just basically with my last job in real estate, as I was able to be a realtor at the same time. So that was a great flexibility, but considering the pandemic, I was out of work in that aspect. So I had to think creative, and that really helped me to focus. Okay, it's not that I can't mentality. It's now switching it, like my last video. It's now, how can I achieve this? So that's when I utilized my resources, my coach Ricky Caruth. And then when I found Karen Carr, she helped evolve that whole process of connecting to a bigger audience, people who are looking in my market, and trying to educate them on that whole aspect. So, just creating that whole niche and that whole new experience, and really getting out of my comfort zone, putting myself out on video. This is the new whole level of losing weight for me. So this is a next level for me. But getting back to the goal settings, I know a lot of people, if you are watching this and you aren't seeing any changes, you probably have to change something about that routine. As Albert Einstein says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and just expecting different results. One of the whole mindset shift is trying to change my whole perspective. I'm not doing this for me. I have to change this, that I have a son. Isaac. He's 18 years old to this day, and I want to live by example. And I don't want to just do it for me. I want to do that for my son and live by example. So today I'll be talking about what helped me achieve my goals. And you want to focus on something that you want to keep it realistic. You want to have accountability. You want to track your goals. You want to set time blocks appropriately for your day. And you have to just realize that it takes time. So making things realistic, what I mean by that is you have to try to visualize your goal. it could be as simple as getting up out of bed at a certain time. But what's not realistic, it depends on what your mindset is. Do you think you can make $1 million in a year? If you have those resources and you have the money to invest and probably, double your return on investment, then by all means. Then everyone's different. You want to just basically track where you are. If your credit score is at a certain rate, 650, try to get up to 50 points. That is probably an achievable aspect, but maybe not to another. You just gotta reflect on what is possible. Losing weight. Can you, if you're 200 pounds, are you able to lose 50 pounds? Or maybe start with something more realistic, maybe more 10 pounds or even 5 pounds. Start with something that you could visualize yourself and you said, I could do this, as opposed to, I don't know, I don't think I can. Just like holding yourself back. You want to have that confidence and you want to be able to visualize and you want to make it that's something that is very achievable to attain. So make sure, you make your goals realistic and stick to them. The second thing is accountability. Accountability, what I mean is maybe having a partner who is trying to reach that same goal, and having a partner tends to create maybe more competition, and friendly competition leads to better results. I remember me being in the gym, my cousin Chris Castro, who I recently interviewed, link down below. He is a personal trainer, but back then when we were trying to get fit, he was trying to gain muscle or trying to lose weight, but the name of the game was showing up at the gym and keeping yourself accountable. And that whole friendly competition of outdoing our sets was gold. It was bliss and it was perfect, and it was that type of attitude is what you kind of need. So find people, look for outsources of people who are like accountability groups. I'm now part of Mastermind Group for other real estate enthusiasts, and it's really great. I have my friend Sara, who I met online. She's from Connecticut. She is also a real estate agent. So if you are looking for a realtor in Connecticut, I'll give her a shout out. I'll link her down below. And her friend Karen, she's working on her first fix and flip, and she's currently in the process of selling it as Sara is listing it on the market. So they're working together, and she is also part of this mastermind group where we are basically reviewing our bi-weekly goals, and we're meeting via Zoom because aside from being a pandemic, but just meeting. And my friend Vince, who I just added, he is a real estate investor. He is an out-of-state investor, so that's another creative route. He invests in West Philadelphia, and he just actually texted me before this video not too long ago that he is closing on his first BRRRR property. If you don't know what BRRRR, it's a strategy on real estate, but don't want to bore you with the details, but that is very exciting. And I'm in the process of closing my first listing. So these are the type of goals that we set for ourselves, and what we deem that are achievable, and we meet, and we just keep ourselves accountable with that group. And once you put yourself out there, then you're more likely to achieve that goal. So definitely announce it. If you don't want to be in an accountability group, put it out there. If you have Twitter, put that tweet saying, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months. Boom. And then there you go. You're off to the races. Don't even look back. All right, that last one was kind of passionate, but the third is you want to track your goals. And what I mean by that is you want to start with breaking down. So so my goal is to help a buyer sell a property. So how do I do that? I got to find a buyer. How do I find a buyer? Well, I got to go network. I got to meet people. I'm never going to find business unless I go find it and start talking to people, introducing myself. I don't like to be salesy and say like, oh, hi, I'm Russell, a realtor. No, I like to keep it natural and start focused on the relationship over the transaction. No one's ever going to know who you are unless you let them know what you do, and that's what I focus on. Whether I'm following up with clients, calling them, sending emails, focusing on those small goals will eventually keep me up to date, and especially tracking those goals will help. Following up with those weekly goals is what the accountability group really helps me out 100%. And definitely you want to journal it down. So I do have a journal that I write every day, or at least I try to, and I catch up, and I set weekly goals for myself, which I break down into daily small goals every day. And then after every week I reflect and I see what I did and what I didn't do and what I learned and my struggles, and it's that whole self-reflection that really brings it in a whole circle. So focus on that journal. There are so many, but I do have a real estate one that I got from Bigger Pockets as a real estate investor group from Brendan Turner. I'll link that down below, and I'll show it off, and that'll be one aspect if you are looking into making goals. But mainly anything would really work with any goal planning or just a regular journal. Just start writing. That's the main thing. So next part is time blocking. Time blocking is it's a challenge. So now having a full-time job, I had to kind of adapt to what free time I have. How much time can I spend with my family, my friends, my extended family, my real estate goals, my client goals, everything. And it goes back to that full circle. You have to change that I can mentality to how can I get that done. So if you are working a full-time job like me, right now I'm on my break. This is one of the perfect times that I could record, or at night, which does sacrifice some sleep, but it's all about what you're comfortable with. You can't really force yourself to do something if you don't want to, so that whole mindset comes into play. You definitely have to find that time to work, and you want to discover what is serving you right now in this moment and what is not serving you towards the goals you're trying to make. So if it's like, if you find yourself watching TV too often, or binge watching Netflix, and if you want to because I get it, I'm human. I like watching TV. We're watching Netflix TV shows with my wife, and we try to watch one episode a night, and we stay consistent with that schedule. I got to look at that long-term goal and what sacrifice I got to make to get there, to achieve that goal. And the last step is you want to just realize that it does take time. It's a long-term goal. You want to take baby steps. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither were you. So you want to just take those small accountability steps, track it, time block. You want to have that accountability group and make things realistic for yourself. If you understand the compound interest, it's really like that. Action takes time, and action over time creates better results. And once you have that going for you, you could achieve anything you want. Really, skies is the limit. This is what really helps me. I hope it helps you. I hope you find these valuable. As you know, I release real estate related topics every week and more every Thursday. So please be sure to comment, and subscribe. I do live videos on Facebook, Instagram, social media, all aspects. Maybe I'll go live on YouTube to get that started. This is Russell Santos, the Realtor, signing out. And as always, let me know if there's anything in the world I could do for you.